Hey everyone, it's Frank, and today we're zeroing in on a crucial area for any aspiring commercial driver, the Texas CDL General Knowledge Test. This foundational exam covers a wide range of essential safety and operational knowledge that every CMV driver needs. Let's make sure you're ready for it by going through these critical questions. What is the most important reason for performing a pre-trip inspection? To ensure the vehicle is safe to operate. This fundamental check is your first line of defense against breakdowns and accidents. Let's move on to the next point. How many reflective triangles must you carry in your vehicle for emergencies? 3. These are crucial for warning other motorists if you have to stop on the side of the road. Let's tackle the next one. What is the minimum tread depth for front tires on a commercial vehicle? 432-inch. Good tread depth on front tires is vital for steering control and preventing hydroplaning. Next up for discussion, what is hydroplaning and what should you do if it occurs? When tires lose contact with the road due to water, release accelerator, steer straight, and do not brake hard. When you feel that loss of traction, smooth, gentle control is key. All right, let's look at this next question. When driving, how far ahead should you look? At least 12 to 15 seconds ahead. Scanning far ahead gives you ample time to react to changing traffic conditions or hazards. On to the next one, then. What does it mean if your vehicle's low air pressure warning light comes on? Your air pressure has dropped below 60 psi. This is a critical warning. Low air pressure means your brakes might not work effectively. All right, let's keep going. What is the purpose of ABS, anti-lock braking system, on a commercial vehicle? Helps you maintain steering control during hard braking by preventing wheel lockup. ABS is a safety net that allows you to steer around obstacles even when braking aggressively. Here's something else. What is the proper way to check if your service brakes are working? Go about 5 miles per hour, push the brake pedal firmly, and check that the vehicle does not pull to one side. This quick test ensures your brakes are engaging evenly and effectively. Let's talk about this. What is the legal blood alcohol concentration (BA) limit for a CDL holder operating a commercial motor vehicle? CMV, 0.04%. This is a strict limit because of the immense responsibility of operating a CMV. Plenty more to cover. What is the maximum allowable play in the steering wheel of a large commercial vehicle? No more than 10 degrees, about 2 inches on a 20-inch wheel. Excessive play can make the vehicle difficult to control and is a major safety concern. What's the next point? What is the primary purpose of blocking and bracing cargo? To prevent cargo from shifting in transit. Properly secured cargo keeps the vehicle stable and prevents damage or injury. Let's consider this. What is the best way to deal with distractions while driving? Focus on the road, avoid multitasking, and pull over if necessary. Your full attention belongs on the road. If you can't focus, it's safer to stop. Moving right along. What is aggressive driving? Operating a vehicle in a selfish, bold, or pushy manner without regard for others' rights or safety. Aggressive driving is dangerous and contributes to many accidents. Something to think about. What is road rage? Operating a vehicle with intent to do harm to others or physically assault them. Road rage is an extreme form of aggressive driving and can lead to criminal charges. Time for a new question. When should you use your headlights? At dusk, dawn, in bad weather, or whenever visibility is reduced. Headlights aren't just for you to see, they help others see you. Let's tackle the next item. What should you do if your vehicle's brakes suddenly fail? Downshift. Use the parking brakes slowly and carefully, and find an escape ramp if available. Knowing your emergency brake procedure is crucial in a brake failure scenario. All right, shifting gears now. What is the importance of increasing your following distance in bad weather? To allow more time and space to react to hazards. Wet or slippery roads dramatically increase stopping distances, so more space is always better. What's next on our list? What is the correct way to use turn signals every time you plan to change direction or lanes? Signaling clearly communicates your intentions to other drivers, preventing confusion and accidents. Let's dig into this one. What is the most important reason for wearing a seatbelt in a CMV? To protect you from injury in a crash. A seatbelt is your best defense against impact forces in an accident. Always buckle up. What is the danger of driving with worn tires? Reduce traction, especially in wet conditions, leading to instability. Worn tires significantly compromise your control, increasing the risk of skids or blowouts. Plenty more ground to cover. What should you do if you are being tailgated by another vehicle? Increase your following distance and create more space ahead. Giving yourself extra room in front creates a buffer, so you don't have to brake suddenly if the tailgater doesn't react. Consider that. What is the main cause of commercial vehicle rollovers? Driving too fast on curves or taking turns too sharply? High centers of gravity make CMVs very susceptible to rollovers if speeds are not properly managed on turns. Next up for discussion, what is the proper procedure for backing a CMV? Use mirrors, use a spotter, and back slowly and carefully. Backing a large vehicle has huge blind spots, making slow speeds and a spotter essential. Here's a thought for you. What is the importance of knowing your vehicle's gross vehicle weight rating, GVR, to ensure you do not exceed the maximum operating weight specified by the manufacturer? Exceeding GVR can lead to fines, equipment damage, and unsafe operation. Something to remember. What is the proper technique for shifting gears in a manual transmission CMV? Double clutching or using synchronized gears properly. Smooth and correct shifting ensures you maintain power and control, especially on grades. Let's move on. What is the minimum tread depth for all tires other than front tires? 232 inch. While less than front tires, proper tread depth on all tires is still vital for traction. Keep this in mind. What should you do if your tires start to lose traction on a slippery road? Ease off the accelerator, hold the steering wheel firmly, and avoid sudden movements. Gentle, controlled inputs are key when you feel traction slipping. Don't panic. What is the danger of transporting cargo with a high center of gravity? Increased risk of rollover, especially on turns. A high center of gravity shifts weight drastically on turns, making rollovers much more likely. That's a critical point. What is the minimum distance you should stop from the nearest rail of a railroad crossing? At least 15 feet and no more than 50 feet. This distance provides a safety buffer while ensuring you're not obstructing other traffic. Time for another. When driving, what should you do if you hear a thump or feel a vibration indicating a tire problem? Pull over safely and inspect your tires. A tire problem can escalate quickly, so addressing it immediately is crucial. Let's dive into the next question. What is the best way to slow down a CMV on a downgrade? Use a low gear and engine braking, supplementing with light, intermittent service brake applications. Engine braking helps save your service brakes from overheating on long descents. It's a fundamental technique. What is the purpose of reflective tape on the sides and rear of CMVs? To increase visibility of the vehicle at night or in low light conditions. This tape makes large vehicles much easier to spot, especially in poor visibility. Very important for night driving. What is the proper use of a fire extinguisher on a vehicle fire? Aim at the base of the fire, sweep from side to side. Remember the pass method. Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. Safety first. What is the danger of carrying a load that is not balanced properly? It can affect steering, braking, and cause instability or rollover. An unbalanced load makes your vehicle unpredictable and dangerous to handle. Proper weight distribution is essential. What is the primary cause of traffic accidents involving CMVs? Driver error, e.g., speeding, distraction, fatigue. While other factors exist, driver error is consistently the leading cause. Always stay vigilant. What should you do if you are about to hit an object or vehicle? Steer if possible, or brake firmly in a straight line. Your reaction depends on the situation, but the goal is to reduce impact or avoid the collision if safe. Think about this one. When are you required to complete a written inspection report for your vehicle? At the end of each day's driving. This report documents any defects and ensures they are addressed. A consistent habit saves lives. What does controlled braking involve? Applying the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Controlled braking allows you to stop effectively while maintaining steering control. It's a key skill. What is the purpose of the supply pressure gauge in an air brake system? It shows how much air pressure is in the air tanks. This gauge is vital for monitoring the health of your air brake system. Keep an eye on it. What is the procedure for checking that your parking brake works? Set the parking brake and gently pull against it in a low gear. This simple test verifies that your parking brake will hold the vehicle. A good habit. How often should you check your mirrors while driving? Continuously, as part of your general driving habits. Mirror checks should be a constant, flowing part of your driving routine. Stay aware of your surroundings. What should you do if you become sleepy while driving? Pull over and rest or take a nap. Fatigue is a major hazard. Never try to push through it. A short rest can save your life. What does a no zone refer to for large trucks? The blind spots around the truck where a car cannot be seen by the driver. Always assume large trucks have huge blind spots and avoid lingering in them. Drive safely. What is the purpose of placards on a vehicle? To identify the hazard class of the cargo being transported. Placards provide critical information to emergency responders about dangerous goods on board. Know your cargo. What must you do if your vision is obscured by a blind spot? Turn your head and use your mirrors to see properly. Mirrors alone aren't enough. Physically turning your head helps you see around those blind spots. An important technique. What is the most important thing to remember about braking in a commercial motor vehicle? CMV. It takes much longer to stop a CMV than a car. This fundamental difference dictates your following distance and braking strategy. Always remember this. What is the best way to handle a vehicle fire? Pull over to a safe area, activate emergency flashers, call for help, and use an extinguisher if trained and safe. Prioritize your safety and getting away from the vehicle, then assist if safe. Keep that in mind. What should you do if you are involved in a traffic accident? Protect the area, notify authorities, and care for the injured. Your immediate actions at an accident scene can mitigate further danger and ensure proper response. That's a crucial point. What is the danger of overriding the air compressor governor? It can cause too much pressure in the air tanks and lead to a safety valve opening or damage. Overpressurizing your air system can lead to component failure. Monitor your air pressure carefully. What is the minimum required safe following distance for a CMV traveling at 40 miles per hour? 4 seconds, 1 second per 10 feet of vehicle length. This rule of thumb gives you a safe buffer. Remember, increase it in adverse conditions. What should you do if your accelerator sticks? Shift to neutral, apply brakes, turn off engine when safe. This sequence helps you regain control and safely bring the vehicle to a stop. An emergency procedure. What does a red dashboard light for oil pressure typically indicate? Low oil pressure, which can cause engine damage. A red oil light means stop as soon as it's safe. Continuing to drive can severely damage the engine. When descending a long, steep grade, you should select a gear that will keep your vehicle at a safe speed without using the brakes excessively. Using a lower gear saves your service brakes from overheating, which is crucial on long descents. It's a key skill for professional drivers. What is the primary function of a pre-trip inspection? To discover defects that could lead to an accident or breakdown. This inspection is your safeguard, identifying potential issues before they become dangerous. It's always worth the time. What should you do if a driver cuts in front of you and slows down? Remain calm, adjust your speed and following distance, and avoid confrontation. Maintain your professionalism and prioritize safety over reacting to aggressive behavior. Just keep driving safely. And there you have it, a solid review of key topics for the Texas CDL General Knowledge Test. These foundational principles are essential for all commercial drivers. Keep studying, stay safe on the road, and good luck with your test.